Hello guys, this is Vaish. So we are doing the 2021 revision series and today is day 15, May 22. This will go on till June 27. Even though the prelims is postponed, we are not stopping the series and this will continue showing you 50 subjects which is needed for your UPSC. Already 10 current affairs are over. Then we did 2 episodes of geography maps. Then we did 2 episodes of ancient history from R.S. Sharma. Now today we will do medieval history from Satish Chandra. Tomorrow one more episode will be there on the same topic. Then after that we'll take up some other thing, maybe environment or science, international bodies. We'll see. Okay, but everything will be relevant for your UPSC. No matter which year you are preparing for, this will show you the quality of MCQs which we are teaching students and the reason why every year 100 plus marks are coming from our test series. So whichever batch you are, watch this and then come to WhatsApp, contact us to get this 100% success plan. So questions again, this is from pack 2. So 2021 students, if you want, you can get this, or a full pack 1 with 75 tests which you can study in 100 days is being launched. It will be announced within 2 days. So you can get that and then study in the next 100 days, and it's a guaranteed thing that 100 plus marks are going to come from that. Okay, you can watch our previous year's success videos as well. Vice Courses channel has started a new initiative which will give you quick updates about very important current affairs, which is an extra effort which you are doing free of cost. But only thing is you have to subscribe. Okay, you have to subscribe on Vice Courses channel, which is different from this Vice IS channel. There every day. Okay, episode 1, 2, 3 in the last 3 days I have uploaded. Today's topic is also well appreciated by students, like how are cyclones named. Okay, the entire history of it we have explained here. So please see to that you watch these videos, leave a comment, and also subscribe to the Vice Courses channel. So today's first question of medieval history: Who best explains crusades? Sorry, what best explains crusades in medieval era? Religious wars fought in eastern Mediterranean, naval expedition done by Arabs, group of astronomers who traveled along with Vasco da Gama, the naval wing of Roman Empire. So this is, I think, in the very first chapter of medieval history lecture, which I have also taken. The free video is there. Again, this series was stopped because of lack of response from students. Okay, if you simply go and subscribe, like, and comment under every video, I am going to do this entire textbook for free. So please see to it that you just click on these things. Okay, like, comment, share, subscribe, share it to all your friends. This is going to be completely free and you don't have to join any coaching. Okay, all the textbooks I'll take and teach it myself. So please see to it that you contribute through likes and subscriptions. So here, what is crusades? It is religious wars. Okay, the crusades were a series of religious wars sanctioned by the Latin Church in the medieval period. The most commonly known crusades were the campaigns in the eastern Mediterranean aimed at recovering the Holy Land from Muslim rule. Okay, so you know those regions, right? Europe and now the Israel-Palestine region. All these places from centuries had been problems related to religion because everybody has almost kind of the same ancestral roots. So because it's religious things, we don't want to go deep into it. But these things were going on and is still going on till date. Okay, so this is in the chapter 1 of Satish Chandra, which I think already the lecture is out. Which of the following are true about the rule of successions in the Rashtrakuta kingdom? Princesses can never be a heir to the throne or given government posts. The eldest son was always the next heir to the throne. One only, two only, neither one or two, both one and two. So every kingdom will have different set of rules when it comes to Hindu kingdoms or Islam kingdoms. Then later the Delhi dynasties. Then the Mughal rulers will come. Everybody had different policies and methods to appoint the next ruler. So this one is about specific to Rashtrakuta kingdom. You should know the timeline of that kingdom. You should know who was before that kingdom, who came after that kingdom. That entire timeline, okay, right from maybe 500 AD or 400 AD. Okay, when the modern time comes, before that even BC time, you should know the Mauryan Empire and all. So you should know that entire timeline. Okay, like after Maurya, this person came, after then Gupta came, then after Gupta, these people came. So that full line, at least if you know, okay, any question which UPSC asks, you will have help to eliminate options, because elimination is the only key to succeed in UPSC. How much of a knowledge you have, that directly is not going to come in the UPSC question paper. Okay, so you have to eliminate. So here, what is the answer? It is neither one nor two because both are incorrect. There is an instance of Rashtrakuta princesses, this Chandrobo something. Okay, this names and all don't be specific because in mains and all these things are not going to come. You just remember that there was an instance where a princess was there, a daughter of Amogavarsha, who administered the Raichur Doab for some time. So this is false. Then rules about succession was not rigidly fixed. The eldest son often succeeded, but there are instances when the eldest son had to fight with brothers and sometimes lost to them. Okay, like Dhruva, Govind for deposed their elder brothers. So there will be random names, important people like Amoga Varsha and all you will study because specific to them chapters will be there. But other names, please don't worry. Okay, it will not be asked. Which of the following is false about the condition of local Indian woman around the 10th century AD? Okay, local Indian woman means they are not referring to the royal class, they are referring to the common people. Okay, so in the 10th century AD, you should know which kingdom will be ruling there. So what that time, what is the situation? Which of the following is false? Okay, they were not allowed to learn the Vedas. Matsya Purana allows husbands to beat his wife with a rope. Widow remarriage was strictly denied. The marriageable age for girls were lowered. So three of them should be true and one is false. So which one is that false statement? In UPSC, always these kind of questions will be there, and you will get confused between two statements. But that will go away when you study from the right test series. Okay, these are lines copy pasted from your Satish Chandra. So the genuinity of these kind of knowledge is always higher compared to what you study from other notes. Okay. So widow remarriage was not strictly denied. Okay, it was allowed in certain conditions, like if the husband was important, had become an outcast, or died, or living the life of a recluse. There will be some conditions in which widow remarriage was allowed. Woman was honored within home, but had lower status in society. Royal women were well versed in Sanskrit and were at a higher status. Okay, these are general facts about women during the 10th century AD. Okay, in Satish Chandra also timeline wise the chapters have been set. Okay, they will not teach you Akbar first and then go to the 10th century Chola kingdom. Okay, it will be always in order 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, like that. The centuries will go in timeline order. So it will be very easy to study when you study in order. Don't study randomly, because many people will tell Akbar is very important, go and study that first. Please don't do that. Study in a particular order, and I guarantee you that you will have a better recalling power when it comes to the exam hall. Now, which of the following are matched correctly? Okay, there are different schools of thought like Advaita, Dvaita, Vishishtadvaita, Shuddha Advaita. There are more actually, which I have a revision chart. So this, whether the personality who started it is matched correctly. Shankaracharya, Madhavacharya, Ramanuja, Vallabhacharya. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 only, 1 and 4 only, 1, 2, 3 only. 2018 or 19 prelims, direct question has come from this question. Okay, UPSC versus Vice question, you can go and search. So here all are true, and if you see the revision chart, all of them are given here, and more than what is given here, question has never come. So you can rely on this. And what is their ideology? Okay, this is non-dualism. This is also non-dualism with uniqueness. This is dualism. This is dualism, but Bheda difference. So here pure non-dualism. So what is the exact meaning, ideology of that in English terms we have mentioned here? Who is the personality related mentioned here? And what is the timeline? Okay, here if you see Nimbarkacharya, this is the one actually UPSC asked. Okay, it was a statement like somebody was contemporary to Nimbarkacharya. Okay, but that person who UPSC asked was some 15th century person, and he's a 13th century person. So it is not contemporary. So you could have simply studied this chart and you could have answered that question. Okay, this only this keywords was enough. This and this 30, these two columns, this would have helped you eliminate the statement and got the right answer. So like that, study all our tests, study all our charts. Questions are going to come. Okay. Battle of Vaihind. Okay, even timeline is given. 1008-9 AD was fought between whom? The Ghoris and Chauhans, Ghoris and Pratiharas, Ghaznis and Palas, Ghaznis and Hindu Shahis. So if you know timeline, two options will go there itself. Okay, if you know when is the timeline of Ghori and when is the timeline of Ghazni, two options will definitely go immediately because both are not of same timeline. You should know who was the one who first came to India, Muslim ruler, and then attacked our temples. So that kind of things are there mentioned in the detailed story mode. Okay, because that time India had only there's no religion actually, but it's like a land of common people. Okay, but when then for the first time somebody from the Central Asia will come. So who was that who came? Obviously that will be around this timeline, 1000 AD. So here this Ghaznis, you should have eliminated that. The like A and B should have immediately eliminated. Then you will be confused between Palas and Hindu Shahi. Then again Pala timeline you should know. Okay, that's why I'm telling everything is based on timeline. If you know the timeline, this was easy question. So Ghaznis, including Mahmud Ghazni, were in constant conflicts with Hindu Shahi rulers like Jaipala, Anandapala, etc. The Hindu Shahi rulers mostly faced defeat alone in the conflicts. This battle was fought between Mahmud Ghazni and Anandapala at Vaihind, capital of Hindu Shahi, near Peshawar. Hindu rulers got support from Muslim ruler of Multan and also from Kokhas. who are like tribe in Punjab, but they still were defeated. Okay, so here just because the name is Pala, this person is not from Pala dynasty. Okay, Pala dynasty will come later, so that's why we put options like that. So that were the 5 questions for today. Subscribe to this channel as well as Vaish Courses channel and see to it that you watch every episode on that day itself. Please don't pile it up. A serious aspirant will not pile it up, okay? Every day, because it takes just 5 minutes, 10 minutes to watch these kind of videos. And if you don't do that, you are not considered one among serious aspirant, okay? It's okay if you have health issues and some crisis going on, I understand. But other than that, please don't be a lazy student. Every single day, you have to gain knowledge, okay? New knowledge, not like same spectrum, same Lakshmikant. Please don't keep doing that, because there are students who do that. You have to be updated. Okay, UPSC is all about having the updated knowledge in the limited time. Okay, time is everything. So see to it that you subscribe and watch our videos. So I'll come with a new episode. Thank you and have a nice day.